No upfront design. Well, with no upfront design, how does design happen? In Agile development, you stand up to do design. What do I mean by this? Well, design should arise naturally as part of the development process. You feel necessary that you need to do some design to make progress, and at that stage you stand up and go to the board. The whiteboard, which you're going to have somewhere close to you. You have somewhere close to you as part of the team, so everybody can see what you're doing and perhaps participate if they wish, or they can just ignore you. Now what actually are you going to do on board? What are you going to do? Probably something like Agile UML. What's UML? Unified Markup Language. Oh no, it's not. It's Unified Modelling Language. See, I'm rubbish at acronyms as well. Unified Modelling Language. Now people get that wrong. There was a lot of bad press in the 90s and the early noughties because actually it's a very, very comprehensive specification. Now if you do all of UML, it's a lot to learn and it's very fiddly with lots of formalism and symbolism. Actually though, most of it's optional, and that wasn't the intention of the original authors, wasn't to impose a very big learning thing. Agile UML is simply acceptance that you can use UML in a lightweight way, that you can use it for communication, and that means you need to know your audience. If your audience doesn't understand a particular piece of symbolism you're using, actually, that's cool. They need to say, and you need to make sure they do know, and if not, you need to be able to explain it. Which is one of the problems, of course, because then you need to know UML a little better, or at least the bits you go confident about using, than you would in a more heavyweight process. So you've got to make more investment into learning it to a higher degree. So Agile UML usually actually is a small subset. I use a lot of sequence diagrams and silly little use cases where you've got the silly little men. Stick men. Generally stick men, of course, but they're stick men. And that's what I use most commonly, because I do a lot of service-orientated stuff. Java, big backends, etc, etc. Other people might use a different mix, but whatever mix you use, you need to know well enough to be able to explain it to somebody. So that means actually not just learning the symbolism in a broad way, you need to learn it in a specific way and a deep way before you use it. But that's cool as well, because actually Agile UML, it doesn't really matter if you make mistakes, because it's about communication. So, if you're going to do design, you stand up. And then people, if you see somebody stand up at the whiteboard as part of your team, if you're interested, go and join them. If you've got something to contribute, go and join them. If you don't, just leave them at it. Agile UML. Stand up, Agile design. That's it. Easy.